Alright guys, I came back. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to set up for this pork butt today. It's going to be a long cook, so we're looking at about 10 hours, but you just never know with the pork butt. It could go 10 hours, it could go more, it may not take that long, it just depends. But I just wanted to show you guys that I've cleaned out the firebox completely here. I always try to clean out every cook after I do a cook the day before. After doing those wings and burgers yesterday, I just wanted to clean this thing out real good and kind of show you how I clean it out. And what I do is I take my old coals out and I kind of put them in a pot. Like I got a pot right here that I kind of just put my old coals, because those are so small that those will clog up this grate that's on the bottom. And if you have those little bits of coals, you won't get your airflow. It won't cook correctly. So I like to clean this thing out every single time before I do another cook. So we'll go ahead and put the grate back down in here. And what I like to do is, if I'm gonna smoke, especially a long smoke, I like to put some wood chunks on the bottom. Some guys don't like to do it like this. They like to put their wood chunks on the top, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I actually got this method from Harry Sue on YouTube. He suggested to put it on the bottom, so I've never tried it on the bottom, so I'm gonna give that a try today. Let's see how it goes. But normally I'll just throw them on the top of my coals, but since this is gonna be a longer smoke, I'm gonna try that method today, see how it works, and I'll let you guys know how it works out for me. But we're just gonna put a couple wood chunks down in here. This is mesquite that I'm using. I wouldn't use this for chicken and stuff, but you know, for pork butts and stuff like that, it's not that bad. Mesquite is pretty strong, and you definitely don't want to use that on your chicken and stuff. We'll go ahead and just put a few chunks in here. I'm gonna put some bigger charcoal on the bottom. I like to put the big chunks so it doesn't clog up my holes. Definitely don't want to clog your holes up. You want to get that airflow coming through constantly all day. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna just put me some bigger pieces down here. I'm not gonna nuke this, go too in detail on it, but you guys hear my cheerleader in the background? She's excited about this pork butt too. But we'll just put this down like this. And I think that's about as big as I'm gonna go. Maybe one more. Maybe fill my holes in here with some bigger pieces. And what I like to do is I like to mix. So I'll take some of my old, and I'll put a little bit of it. And I'll put some new. And I kind of layer it. So I'll mix this out, and then I'll put some more old. I want to fill this up pretty good because it's going to be a really long cook today, so I definitely don't want to undershoot how much fuel I need, because I really don't want to have to pull my butt off and then re-put coals in. That's a real pain in the butt, and anybody that's had to do that on a Kamado grill knows that's just ridiculous. You don't want to have to do that. And we'll put some more new. I'll spread it out. Maybe we'll put a little bit more old. That's a pretty full firebox, because this is where my deflector plates are going to sit. So we don't want to have so much we can't get the deflector plates down, but I think we're going to be good with that. I think that'll pretty much work for us today. And then I'll come in here and I'll put my deflector plates in. Sorry guys, I got stuff scattered all over. But we'll put the deflector plates in here. Kind of even them up a little bit. Put my accessory rack in. I'll put my pan here, and we'll be ready to rock and roll on this cook. I'm gonna go get me a pan, I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna put my grates in, and we're gonna go season up the pork butt. And man, it's gonna be good. Hope y'all stick around, man. It's gonna be good. We'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, I knew we had put the deflector plates and all the accessories in here and said we were gonna go season the pork butt, but I just wanted to come back real quick and show you guys how I like this thing. I mean, I've shown this in a couple of my other videos, but I'll just go ahead and light this for you guys and show you how I would do it. Right now we have some Royal Oak charcoal in here, and then I had the wood on the bottom, but I used Royal Oak. If you watched any of the other videos I've done, you've seen I'm kind of a fan of Royal Oak. It's not horribly expensive, and it gives the food a great flavor. You can get it at Walmart, I think, for like $10, $9 something for 15 pounds. That's pretty good. Academy also has some really good lump charcoal, but I have a Walmart neighborhood market right by my house, and it's only like $9 something a bag, so I just go there to grab it. It's convenient and it's cheap, and it lasts me a while, you know. This stuff, like I said, doesn't burn out real quick. It'll last you a while. You don't have to keep buying it over and over and over. But again, it depends how much you're cooking, how long you're cooking. If you're doing like 12, 13, 14, 15 hour cooks, no, it's not gonna last you. But if you're doing, you know, some 3-hour cooks, some 2-hour cooks, then you're doing a long 10-hour cook, it'll last you a little while. But forgot to show you guys the lighting process on this, so I just wanted to come back and do that real quick. Sorry, I apologize for the backtracking, but now we'll put the deflector plates in and everything else in, and we'll move forward with it. Appreciate it. Hope you guys stick around. Guys, so we're back. So we trimmed some of this fat. You see all this fat I got right here that came off of it. I still got some fat on here, but I'm not gonna get crazy with this, man. I mean, I trimmed it down a little bit better than what it was anyway. And then on the back, I trimmed it down a little bit too. You can see I just kind of cut it down. And it's okay if you get these bare spots. I mean, that just gives your seasoning something to adhere to. But it was really thick back here, and I just kind of cut it down. Kind of left this fat piece over here, but no big deal, man. I mean, you ain't got to get crazy with it. You ain't got to, you know, just don't put too much thought into it. I mean, it's just cut some of that fat off and get it off there, so it's just not so much fat on your pork butt. So, so what we're gonna do here is I have a Tony Chachere's injectable butter. This stuff's awesome. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Maybe you haven't, but we put this in our turkeys. We put it in regular chicken. Like, it's not just for Thanksgiving. You'll see this stuff all over at Thanksgiving time, but really good for pretty much anything, any kind of meat you want to inject. It's just really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start injecting some of this stuff. And I've actually never injected one on the Kamado yet, so you guys are in for a treat. This is my first one, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to come out amazing. We're not going to go horribly crazy with this today because we're going to season it really good on the outside, but we'll inject it in a couple other places and try to get a little bit extra flavor in this thing. It's really all we're trying to do. Put a little bit more in there. And these needles are so cheap, they start to bend and fold on you. So you can also buy one aftermarket. Those are better than these, but I just bought the whole kit, so that's what we're going with today. I think we'll inject it maybe one more spot here. Let's get it further down in there. My hands are slippery from dealing with this pork. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna roll with that. I think that's where I'm gonna stop. So anyways, now we're gonna try to put some marinade on this thing. And some guys use mustard, some guys don't use anything. I've not used stuff before. I've used mustard, I've used olive oil. So kind of just use what you feel like you want to use. I mean, if you want to use a binder, use a binder. If you don't. I haven't really noticed one way or the other if one way is better. I guess it just makes me feel better to put a binder on there. It makes me feel like the seasoning is adhering a little bit better. So today we're just gonna do a little bit of mustard. But if you ain't got a binder, it's not like the end of the world, man. I mean, you can just go on there with whatever, you know, just with it being moist. No science to this. I'm just gonna rub it all in. And we'll coat all sides of this thing. Just want to get we ain't got to get a whole bunch on there. We're just trying to get a little glue on there. A lot of guys, if you watch a lot of barbecue videos, some guys use it, some guys don't. A lot of the guys I've watched, they do. They use something. All right. Put us a little bit more on this edge over here. I'm gonna put some in my hand right here and rub it. I don't feel like folding that up again, so we're just gonna put it right there. Okay, good. Let me rinse my hands off here. And I got a rub I'm real excited to use today. One of my friends gave me this rub. It's one that he created himself, and he has a green egg, but he does a lot of brisket, and I've tasted his brisket. His briskets are freaking amazing. So he gave me a rub that he wanted me to try to promote today in my YouTube video, and it's called Biker Jake's Hog Rub. He's really thinking about putting this out on the market. He's just trying to put some feelers out to see how people feel about it. I do know it's got cinnamon, it's got smoked paprika, it's got some garlic, it's got some pepper, but I don't know. There's some other ingredients in there he wouldn't divulge to me. So we're gonna give it a shot today. And like I said, it's not for sale yet. I live in Mississippi, so I think he's trying to just promote it down here in the local area and see how it goes. And just wanted to give me a try to use it on my YouTube video and see how I liked it. So we'll let you know how it is. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. And I don't know about you guys, but like pork butt is just one of those, it's just good, man. When you cook it for a long time, it feeds a lot of people. You can eat off of it for days. You can make sandwiches, you can put it with white rice. You can eat it so many different ways, and it's just easy, and it's pull apart, you know, it's just a really good thing. You can eat it with barbecue sauce on the top of it. It's just awesome. So it goes a long way, and it's really not that expensive of a cut of meat. So that's why we really, really like it. We really love this stuff. So we want a cheaper piece of meat, and we just want something that's going to go a long way. You know, we'll go this route. And we'll put a liberal amount. I don't want to use all this rub today because I have a brisket that I'm going to do in another video, and I want to use some of this for my brisket. I've had the brisket with this seasoning on it, and it is amazing. So we'll just tip it up on its edge here. And then when we get it on the grill, I'll probably season it on the top again, just to hit some spots that look bad where I touched it and stuff. Sometimes when you touch it, when you're moving it, you get some fingerprints in here, you get some spots in here, and you want to touch those up when you get it on the grill, because you want seasoning on every piece of this meat. So we're pumped about this. We are planning on smoking this today, and we're actually going to do a pizza with this on it tomorrow. So hope you guys will tune into that video when that video comes out, because that's going to be amazing. If you like pizza, I'm a pizza head. I love pizza. I would eat pizza every day of the week if my wife would let me. I love me some pizza. But you know what else I like? I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Oh, you other brothers can't deny. All right, I'm not a singer, but you guys get the idea. I do like some big butts on my grill, so my wife can attest to that. So I think we're good. We're gonna let this sit. My grill is still coming up to temp outside, which I need to go check on. And I'll get back with you guys. We're gonna try to get up to a 250 temp today. And we're gonna have fun, man. It's gonna be a good day. Like, beautiful weather outside. We're inside hiding away from the coronavirus. So we're gonna rock and roll today, boy. We're gonna have some good barbecue. And I hope you guys come back. I hope y'all stick around. I hope y'all are enjoying this video. We'll see y'all in a few minutes. All right, guys. So we're about to get this pork butt on, but here's the issue. So I created one of the ultimate sins of barbecue or on this Kamado, and something I've actually talked about on this channel before is I had my grill open, I walked away, I went inside to season my pork butt, I got busy with some other stuff, and then I was like, crap, forgot the grill was open, came back out here, totally like at 500 degrees. So, like I said in my review of the Kamado, if you overshoot on these things, you might as well grab a drink, take a seat, and just relax, because, you know, it takes a while for these things to come down, especially with how well they hold heat. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a little windy out here today, so I'm kind of suffering with that too. When it's a windy day, it's kind of hard to regulate your temp. So totally my fault. Not the grill's fault, not anybody else's fault, my fault. So once you get above those temps, it just sucks. So you just kind of take it easy and relax, man, and, you know, just know it's not the grill's fault, it's your fault, my fault. And we're just kind of chilling. I've been playing with the vents a little bit, trying to get it, you know, where I want it. So we're just going to keep hanging on. I'm at about 290 right now, and that's like almost 50 degrees over where I want to be. I want to be like in the 240 range. 240, 250-ish is where I like to be. So we're just going to keep hanging out, and we'll get it on the grill here sometime today. I mean, we'll get this video done and get this done for you guys so y'all can see how it came out. But in the meantime, cheers. We'll just sit back and have a cold one. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so we're gonna put this pork butt on. We're at about 254 right now. This is, like I said earlier, this is taking it's taking a lot longer because I overshot this thing. So we're gonna get this thing put on. We wanted to be about the 250 range, but I have a feeling once I put this pork butt on, it's a little cool. It's going to bring this temp down anyway, and then we can bring it back up. So we're going to go ahead and put this thing on here. It's a good sized pork butt. Sit it up here in the middle. Trying to put it exactly where I want it, because that's where it's going to stay for the next 10 hours. I think that's about where I want it. So it's a beautiful looking pork butt, so seasoned up real nice. We're gonna shut the grill, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me a 50-50 mix of water and apple cider vinegar. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this go for an hour. I'm gonna come back after the hour, and then I'm just gonna start spritzing it every hour. So I'll see you guys in a little bit once we start spritzing it, and after we're a couple hours into this cook, we'll see y'all then. All right, we're about 2 hours into this cook right now, so we're just gonna check this thing. My temps have been kind of fluctuating. I hadn't been able to really zero in on 250 today, so I'm sitting at about 268 right now. I really wanted to be more closer to 250, but we're still in a good range for smoking. So 275 would be the highest I really want to go, but we're still good. 267, 2 hours in. Let's see what she looks like. She's looking pretty good, getting some good color on her. We're gonna hit her with this apple cider vinegar and water mixture. Just wet her a little bit. I'm not too worried about it because I got my pan underneath. All that'll drip down in my pan. Not worried about getting on my deflector plates. Give her a good douse here. That's probably pretty good. So we'll close her up and we'll keep this thing going, man. We're only like 2 hours into this thing, so we got a long way to go yet. I'll probably get a probe in it, start monitoring the temp on this thing. So I'll come back to you guys in a couple hours and see where we're at. All right, guys. We've been going for almost 4.5 hours now. We are sitting at 250. My grill's kind of finally equaled out. I mean, the dome's been reading about 250, but my grate has been fluctuating. So, you know, it's been fluctuating between 240 to 260. So I've noticed it not a major big deal. But right now it's this one's sitting at about 252 or 3, and that one's at 246. So I mean, that's where I want to be. I mean, I want to be right near the 250 mark, so I'm not going to get too obsessive over it not being exactly dialed in right on 250. You know, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. She's starting to look really good. She's looking really good. So we're just going to give her a spritz here. She's continuing to get really good color, so that's what we want, man. We just want that good color, that good taste. We're going to keep basting her. We're going to keep rocking and rolling with this cook. We're going to lose some daylight here soon, but we'll keep on coming back to you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I know I am. I just love the Kamado and sitting out by the grill, man. There's just no better thing to do than just sit out and enjoy the outdoors and sit around your grill. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes with you guys. All right, guys. So we're a little bit after 9 o'clock. So we've been going for a little bit over 6 hours, about to go on 7 hours here, and we're starting to get a little bit of bark on here. We still got a ways to go. My internal temp's only at 153, and we got to go to like at least 200, 205. But again, I'm not going to concentrate too much on the temperature. I'm more going to probe it here in a little bit. Maybe on the next time we open this thing up, I'll start seeing how tender it is. But I still think we're a ways away, so the bark hasn't really formed the way I want to yet, so I still feel like we have a little ways to go. But we're going to just spray some of this stuff on here, keep basting it like this, and we'll come back in a couple hours and see if our bark has gotten more on there. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Morning, guys. We're still going at it this morning. I got like no sleep last night. Looks like I just rolled off the sofa. So I'm finally just gonna take this thing off. I'm gonna wrap it, and we're gonna try to get this thing finished. It's at like 180-ish internal. I'll show you guys what it looks like this morning. I mean, it looks good. It's looking good. Unfortunately, this thing went way longer than I thought it would. And my charcoal is, my grill is losing a lot of temp, so I'm gonna have to pull these deflector plates out, see what's going on. But I can wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it in the meantime. Maybe put a little bit more charcoal on here. We went all night, man. I mean, it's been going for a really long time. So let me get this thing out of here. Let me get it wrapped, and we'll come back to you guys in a little bit when it's finished, and we'll show you the finished product. All right, guys. We just pulled it off the grill, so I've got it wrapped here and in a pan, and we're gonna let this thing rest. So I'm gonna let it rest for probably about 45 minutes. I mean, some guys let it rest for an hour to 2 hours, and sometimes longer, but I'll probably let it rest for about an hour, and then we'll probably try to pull this thing apart and show you guys what it looks like, show you the bark on it and how it came out. But it's in a pan right here. I'm gonna cover it with like a little towel or something, and we'll get that thing resting for a while. It's gonna be hard not to tear into it, but it's still pretty early in the morning, but we'll let it rest, and we'll have this ready to go for lunchtime. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, so this is it. This is the finished product of the butt. Man, it looks good. It looks super good. Got a nice little crust on it. But you know, you don't get that real thick bark like you do on a stick burner. From what I've been told, you know, stick burners, you get a lot thicker bark than you do on these Kamados, but still a pretty darn good crust on there, man. I mean, you can't deny that's a great crust. So this thing went for about 15 or 16 hours, man. I mean, I did not expect it to go that long. But this thing looks great. You know, it was temping at like 210, 212. It actually went above 195 to 205 is your ideal for a pork butt, but like a lot of guys will tell you on YouTube, it's all about how it probes, and it finally was probing very tender. Probe was going in and coming straight out, so I decided to call it. So I got like no sleep last night. I'm running on fumes, but barbecue, that's barbecue life. So my cheerleader over there, she's cheering us on as we get ready to pull this thing apart. So let's go ahead and get this foil out here. have the claws or anything. Some guys love the claws. I mean, guys, look at this. This is just, it's just pulling apart, man. I mean, I'm not even trying to pull this apart. Like, it's just falling apart. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. You can see the juices coming out of it. We let this thing sit for 45 minutes too, so we let it rest. I mean, gosh, dog it, man. You don't get no better than that. Like, this is what it's all about. This makes it all worth it. Every bit of it, staying up, doing some good barbecue. And this is not a hard thing to do. I mean, you just gotta watch your meat, watch your grill. You guys can do this. And look at that crust, man. I mean, that's just beautiful. That bone, like everybody says, it came straight off, came straight out. You know, we basted this thing every hour with some vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and 50-50 mix with water. But I mean, you just get in here, look at this. Look at this. You got a smoke ring developed in there. I mean, look at that. Thing's still piping hot in the middle too. Yeah, I just like getting in here and just getting my hands dirty. We'll eat on this thing for days. I mean, this is just something great for your family. You can eat on it for days. The wife doesn't have to cook. That'll make her happy. That right there scores you points, man. You know, you guys, you know what you got to do. You got to go out there and you got to get you that Kamado, baby. This is your justification right here. Go back to your wife, show her this video, say, man, this is the kind of food we're looking at right here, baby. I promise you. Way to a man's heart, they say, is through his stomach. It's the same thing with women. Give them some good food. We're gonna do a taste test here in a second too, and I'll guys let you know how it tastes. I think you guys know how it's gonna taste. It's so juicy and so moist. It's just ridiculous, guys. I'm gonna take a little piece of this bark. Oh my God. Y'all have to give me a minute. Oh man, that's so good. That rub is good. That rub we talked about, that my friend was wanting me to show you guys on this video, it's amazing. Biker Jake's Hog Rub, remember that name. Shut the front door. That's just good. Well guys, I mean, that's really all I got. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this cook, even though it was a really long cook. Lessons learned, don't let your grill overshoot. Talked about that earlier. I let my grill overshoot yesterday. And try to stay on top of your grill. The Kamado will really come back to bite you in the butt if you don't. That kind of hurt me for a while because I was playing catch, you know, the temps. I couldn't get them to stay steady for a while. But we eventually got it straightened out. But you know, that's the biggest lessons learned. Kept my butt at 250. Keep your butt at 250. You know, and put you a temperature probe on your grill grates. Put you a temperature probe inside your meat, and just monitor it, man. I mean, basting that thing every hour. That's all I got, man. I will tell you, we're planning on using this pulled pork for a pizza. So please, please, please stay tuned for that video. If you liked it, if you like what we're doing, go give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, please. Appreciate you guys watching. See y'all on the next one.